And we are back. We are back for the second match of the day. Let's bro, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's bro. I like that.
I got
It's a new day.
Savior with me again tonight. Our
Good to
second go
see you
around. It's our
here
second go around
metaphorically
tonight. Yeah.
in the box.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this one.
The Fat Ween game was good last time. I'm sure the Fat Ween game will be good this time. The question is Dr. Peppa prepared?
Dr. Pepper is gonna look to bounce back off of their loss last week. They had a strong week 3 performance, not so strong week 4. Fat Weens bouncing back a little bit last week with their tie against the Bros in Pajamas,
Mm-hmm.
which they just got them a dub, got their 3 points.
In demanding fashion.
Yeah, so that will actually put them in a tie, depending on how this match goes tonight. Looking at the standings, that'll add them 3 points, putting them at 4 points along with the Fat Weens. So,
Moving up the leaderboard, making moves, and they deserve to. That was a great game. If you missed it, you'll have to catch the VOD because it was definitely worth watching.
definitely check out our YouTube. We have all of our matches and highlights from the weeks posted on there every week and every game. Usually that night it is posted. Um, but interesting week. So 5 and 6 played tonight. 3 and 4 play right now,
Mm-hmm.
and Sunday night 1 and 2 are playing. So
The Duke out of the century. I'm excited.
yeah,
Someone's not going to be undefeated anymore.
it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait. Watch us tie and still be the 1-1
Oh
tied
man, I
tied
don't
for first.
know.
I don't think it'll happen, but yeah,
Odds are against it. But hey, that would definitely be good for the viewers. So
it would be
I
a good
guess see
time.
what you can do.
Definitely be a good time. Um, so I was looking at it a moment ago. The Fat Weens as a team have 130 kills on the season, and Dr. Pepper actually has 125. Um, so it's pretty even on their kill, standings at least.
Hmm. For sure.
Um, so for the Fat Weens, Wansboro, I said that a little funny, has 30 kills, and I think Rybo with 29 and Jeff Cat with 28. Trivsy with 25, Chexter coming in with 18. And then for the Dr. Peppa, I don't know if you have that ready. I don't.
I sure don't. So
Let me get it. I got it here.
all right.
Mythic is actually not going to be with us tonight. He is being subbed by Wojcik. This is going to be his first appearance in Bro League. Period. Um,
Debut.
yeah, he is not on a team. He is listed as a sub, and this is going to be our first non. He's not on a team, so it's our first official sub, our first official sub that is meant to be sub. Um, but Mythic normally leads that team with 38 kills. Dyslexic Bear with 23, who had a strong sub showing last week in that tie against the Fat Weens. So
For
he's
sure.
actually seen the Weens. He's seen the Ween, Savior.
Dude, he's seen the ween, he's smelt it, he's touched it, he's felt it. It's he knows what he's going up into.
Yeah, he is not afraid of the Ween. He knows what to expect. Hirosha, big showing a few weeks ago with 21 kills on the season. Benjamin with 18 and Edak with 17. That being said, I'm going to work on getting some of this other stuff done here real quick. All right, that's taken care of.
Yeah, kind of bouncing off what you said earlier, though, with Boyek coming in for Mythic, definitely some big shoes to fill. Mythic fragging out on the top of that team normally. We're gonna expect some big things out of Boyek. I mean, this is definitely a time for him to shine, kind of show off, and you know, make himself be desirable for next season.
Yeah, and still unsure of how next season is going to play out. I'd love to get some more people in here and get a lot of teams going. Um, Delusional, we aren't able to update that quickly. We are not that good. Um, but Villa is off the board by Dr. Peppa. That will be updated before Sunday, I promise.
Villa off the board. I don't think either team has actually played that, so not super surprising. They've both played Clubhouse and Consulate. I wouldn't be surprised. Just one of those gets through here. We'll have to see how the ban phase goes. Kind of what they're thinking.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Weens want to try to go for here either. I know they've played Chalet, but we casted that last time and it wasn't their
Mhm.
best performance.
No, but that could just be the catalyst that causes them to buckle down, play on it, and maybe they're back and ready for more.
And they take it off.
Well, but they're not. So there you go. It's not going to be Chalet, and that's a-okay. Leaving some options on the board. You know,
It's very tiny, but it is Clubhouse, Consulate, and Oregon still on the board. I don't know if
worth
you.
noting, neither team has played Oregon yet this season. Both have played Clubhouse
Consulate
and
is
Consulate, I
gone.
believe.
Yeah,
Not
Consulate.
surprised.
The Weens don't like Consulate. I know that for a fact after our match with them. Um,
Did you ruin them on it a little bit?
they were not very happy with it.
Well, hey, you know what? Aversion happens. That's all right. I'm hoping for the Oregon pick here. Really.
Yeah, I'd like to see these teams on Oregon. Weens have played Clubhouse in their very first match, and we're going Clubhouse.
All right.
So
Both teams have played it. Both kind of have a pretty decent idea of, what to go, where to do. Guess we'll see.
yeah, so going back on the Clubhouse, it's where the Weens got their first win of the season and their only win of the season. So I wonder if that's kind of where their thoughts are. Um, if they're thinking, hey, let's repeat back to what we did before.
Yeah.
So
It is worth noting that Dr. Peppa has had a win there as well. So both teams coming into that map, 1-0. Um, I guess we'll see who defends first.
I am verifying now, actually. All right, Dr.
Um,
Pepper is going to defend first.
okay, I do think that is an advantage for Dr. Peppa. Good opportunity to get some momentum rolling into the latter part of the rounds. Both teams should have high confidence, but a good opportunity to maybe destroy some morale over on the Phat Weens.
Okay, sir. We are just about ready. We're getting there.
All in good time. Nothing wrong with that. I'll be curious to see if we have similar kind of picks on the defensive side. This is a decently roamable map. You don't generally just all sit and anchor on this. So I'm excited to see kind of the different routes that we're going to see. Maybe some good roam presence out of Dr. Peppa, notably EDAC, and then Dyslexic.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
so hopefully we see some good showings out of them, some good time wasting. And I feel like this also is a map that hinges quite a bit on objective control too, getting those walls open and everything else. So I'd like to see some smoke plants and some heavy utility plays.
All right, Trinkle in Trinkle, trinkle, trinkle.
Trinkle, trinkle, trinkle. You heard it here first. The trademarked word of the Bro League, trinkle.
Come, 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 come.
Well, as was stated so beautifully last game, anchors go home. So we'll see the anchors, we'll see the roamers, we'll see how it all stacks up together.
Anchors always home.
Jeff, if you're watching, well, you're probably not, but you're playing. That's an homage to you,
I
my
hope
friend.
you're not still watching.
There's a delay. It's okay. He's not gaining anything.
There we go.
We'll see if he picks up on it. Looks like we're just
Still
waiting for one more from
on-
Dr. Peppa to come in here.
I'm trying to think who it is we're missing.
Let me look here. I can check real fast. He said Mythic is gone. Poison is in there. I think it's Hirosha.
Yes, that is.
Got some good banner and some love in between the teams and teams. They might be on.
Yeah, we actually got a little drama going on tonight for those viewers. So Wojciech is actually friends with Shaxter. That's how he heard about the league. Wojciech is actually our very first applicant and very first interview into the league. And he's facing his friend tonight as a sub.
I think everybody secretly deep down wants to know how they rank up on their friends, and this is a great opportunity to find out. So I guess they'll be able to, throw down and see.
Looks like he is in voice chat, but apparently he is AFK or muted, is what I'm hearing.
Interesting. Okay. Dr. Peppa with the mind games, going for the delay, icing the kicker as it is. Unconventional mind games. I like it. Thinking outside the box.
It just gives us time to talk.
It does, which really, guys, it's Corona season. It's time to sit here, relate to your friends, talk, catch up, enjoy.
What a better time.
Feel like we need a quick video of a fire or something. So
we really needed this league at the start of this.
Oh, how great would that have been?
If I only had the idea.
Sooner. But it's here now. It's growing. It's maturing. It's like a little sapling growing in your front yard. You watch it grow up and flower and bloom, and then 30 years from now you chop it down. But we don't have to do that yet, and that's a good thing.
Oh, and it's gonna be not to pry, but probably be some changes in the next 3-4 weeks here. I would assume some sort of change. But world.
You heard it here first. The premonitions of Mosey. Somebody start the book. So are we going for a sub onto Dr. Peppa, or are we giving him a minute to try and reestablish contact?
I mean, he's literally in the chat with them. I think it would just be terrible to sub when I don't think I don't think we need 2 subs. That would just be tragic. And it would be a completely different team.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely changes the dynamics quite a bit there. What we don't know is that the Phat Weens have secretly, traced Hero's IP address, DDoSed him maybe, something along those lines.
I hope that doesn't happen.
The Bro League is now transcending the game, moving into the real world.
Let me just do this number here.
Well, let's talk about the map real quick. So Oregon, we have the bedroom hold up top. You have meeting. Is meeting still there? I believe meeting is. And then you have kitchen as well. And then you've got basement hold. The map was redone 1 season ago, I believe, just to give it more kind of rotations. And I actually think this map plays really well vertically. Big fan of that. Lots of hatches, destructible floors into the basement. The opportunity to play vertically into some of the bedrooms and other things. really kind of give it a good dynamic for peaks and for unconventional holds, I would say.
You know, I I opened up this map in a custom game or in a terrorist hunt, and I learned a
Hmm.
couple angles that I had no idea was like. I had no idea that the bathroom floor of the second floor hold and master was destructible,
Hmm. Hmm.
and that blew my mind.
Yeah, I feel like since it got reworked, there's quite a few hidden gems on this map. Just the niche strategies, the things that net you a kill in specific scenarios that can really swing rounds in your favor. Pre-nades, things of that nature. And I think that's one of the things that really makes this is an exciting thing for us to see here, because this is a map I think that will really show who's done their homework and who's prepped and who hasn't.
All right.
Looks like we got hero in, which is good. So we can hopefully get this underway here in a second. As a reminder, it is Dr. Peppa defending first.
Yeah, Twitch chat saying that he was actually going to get food. So
Hey, you know what? That's a good sign. Dr. Peppa's so confident they're gonna eat while they play. I hope it was. I wonder what he got.
I mean, I want some.
I mean, I'm down, especially tacos maybe something like that. I could go for that right now
That sounds good to me.
for
Bring me
sure.
some.
Operator bans coming in. Fat Weens up first. I'll be curious to see who they ban here. Hard breach is always a good ban, or maybe some operator denial. Going with the jackal choice, which is also good. Like I mentioned earlier, this can be a roam heavy map. So the jackal kind of shutting down the opportunity for them to get tracked and isolated much easier.
All right, Jackal off the board. See what else we get here from the old Fat Weens.
Looks like the Maverick.
So
Now
Thatcher is in play.
Thatcher's in play. That Maverick ban, I think, just has to be targeted at the outside of cash wall. Um,
100%, yeah.
yeah, it's got limited utility over on the other side by the bedroom hold as well.
Falk ban out of the Weens, no surprise there.
Always good to deny that intel. And we'll see what the
They have
left
a
is.
strong hate for Valkyrie.
You know what? Anybody that's ever been spam pinged with no idea of where it's coming from, I'm sure they can relate. I like
It
the
is,
pulse ban here too.
it is rather frustrating, and
Rybo feeling targeted.
I think that is a target ban there.
I think it is, and this is a great map to ban them on. Both of those upstairs holds have some great spots for Pulse to really make an impact, and so taking that off the board, I think, is only going to help.
Checking something real quick.
Yep. Looks like we have a Thatcher Sledge, Capitao, Thermite, Ace lineup on the attacking side. I do like the double hard breach there.
I feel like
And
it's always good in a time that you can have a Thermite and Ace. It's great to have, and or Habana, depending on where you're at, what map.
And I was
Um,
gonna say, I think that's the notable exception here is that they didn't bring the Habana just in case. But no worries, they go cash anyway on defense. The Habana, I think, is not necessary on this side.
already have they already have the. Where did he throw that? Must be
I'm
underneath.
not sure. I think it's on top. I think it's just too small to show. Um, Standard barrier there, though. And either way, I don't think it'll survive the thatch that's going to be thrown against it. Just because of the radius on that. Both standard rotates coming in from the rook. Good defense coming in on the bedroom side. Out of the bandit. I'll be curious to see if they do bandit trick this or if they try and Kaid trick it. EDAC moving back to that side of the map, so definite potential.
Ribo entering strip immediately. We might see some action actually pretty quickly
Yeah, looks
here.
gearing up to potentially run into the Vigil, but good drone work. I like the
He
pre-placed
knows
drones.
about it.
Well, he doesn't see that Vigil though.
I think he did.
No, no idea. Oh, so close. That should have been a kill from the Vigil. Just missed. And I like that push out of the sledge. Give multiple avenues to really kind of pull down that Vigil.
They're starting to get a rotate out of the Jaeger to come over here and help with this. Tripsy's got to be careful being hard reach. Oh, he's downed him.
Damage onto Tripsy as well.
But the
Vigil
drone work
is
of
totally
Ribo,
down.
they do know there's a Jaeger close as well.
The grenade to finish. I like that idea. Misses just a little bit, and Tripsy does get finished off by Voisin on that Jaeger. In good support. We'll have to see if he knows there's a second or if he goes for that the pickup.
Oh, he's gonna miss it. He's gonna miss it. Yep.
Unfortunate.
Goodness. Jeff Cat picks up EDAC. A lot of action going on here on the
Jeff with the two-piece.
balcony.
Chagster finishing another. That wall is totally open, and they do have stairs control, so really good control over the site.
Ben with a double kill, but Jeff pushes in the balcony and gets the kill on Ben.
Leaves it in a 2v1 against Voisin. Ribo and Jeff versus Voisin. The bomb is down on the stairs, though. Definitely going to be a tough situation. Voisin seems to be aware of the pincer coming in.
Oh.
And an unfortunate push out from Jeff. Was that Jeff? Yeah. Nope, that was Ribo.
And the sub
Voisin
with the clutch.
clutching up. What was that, a 3K for him?
I will look in just a moment. I think so.
I believe it was.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
3K out of Voisin there, 3K for Jeff Cat as well. Voisin in all the right places at the right times. I'd expect him to stay on that Jaeger probably the rest of the game.
And once again, against the Phat Weens, there's a sub coming in clutch, which is unfortunate.
Triple hard breach right now on the attacking side. We'll have to see if they lock that in and go with it. I guess, there's no such thing as too much of a good thing. Loading into the round here. Did look modestly roam heavy. 3 roamers potentially on the defensive side, which I like. Hard to tell, but maybe basement?
Yes.
Yeah. Good home, church, which I like as well.
Did
they bring
dirt?
Okay, they did bring wall denial too, which I like. That tunnel will be opened. I think that's just going to be a given by Chagster there. How many people do you think we get upstairs on the defense? They're gonna send 2 up?
Probably the Vigil and the Jaeger, I would assume.
I think that would behoove them well. The pairing last time did good for them, being able to kind of bait and switch on the roam. And I think keeping this top hatch is going to be crucial on the offensive side. The ace pick here I do find slightly strange. Definitely can bring it for the AK-12, which just has such power. I wonder if that's almost for a main stairs push into the back of the church wall.
Oh, and he was ready for that. Wands, where did he actually shoot him from?
I'm not totally. It was onto the stairs.
Oh,
I think
he's repelled onto
was
the
trying to get
balcony
aggressive.
there. Yeah.
Yep. A good peek from Wands, waiting not that to take that off, and then just taking Dyslexic Bear off the table.
Vigil is actually in sight. They do have dirt open. EDAC is trailing out there on that.
It's also worth noting that Vigil did bring the Boss G. He did not bring the K1A. which is
Interesting.
that's a confident choice.
Maybe he likes that paired with the SMG. Oh my goodness, that was close. Let's
So they're
take a
gonna know
look.
he's sitting in tunnel now. Not relocating, but it also looks like they're just ignoring him at the moment, not worried about a run out.
Ben taking out a decoy.
Yeah.
We got 3 on site. Where's the
You hear the
room?
Habanas going down. All the hatches should be open now, so we got multiple ingress options.
There is the Jaeger upstairs that could come into play here.
I'd like him to keep slow walking and wait about another 30 seconds or so. I think he can wait that long, and that'll be just long enough for him to get the good flank. Wands is leaving the upstairs, so he's in good position to kind of ambush.
Try
Looks
to
like they're
keep a...
stacking up over by stock.
Oh,
Jackster is in, same with Trivsy. They do have B control at the moment. Do they remember that EDAC is in the tunnel?
doesn't look like it.
Ribo gets lit up, but unfortunately doesn't die. Offense has pretty much carte blanche on the offense right
They
now.
got the
Wands
plan
picking
off.
off Benjamin. Plants down on B. Things are going to start happening quite quickly here. A great flank from Wands onto Hero. EDAC out of the tunnel, picking off
He's
Jackster,
gonna go
going
for
for the
their...
bomb. Does he stick it?
Going for the defuse.
I love this. Voisin coming in clutch, a 2-kill.
You got it.
Too little, too late. Voisin just holding it down while EDAC gets that defuse. Clutch. That was well executed on the retake there.
I'm curious as to what made them choose there and not church. Ribo being over in church, having that, um,
Rotate
he
out of
basically,
blue.
yeah, he basically had church. I
But
wish I
you know
would have
what?
seen more of it.
They had a great lock on B. They just had to kill EDAC to get out of the tunnel, and unfortunately they didn't send anybody that way. He could have been pincered and dead, but it bit him in the butt.
It's okay to say it.
Bit him in the ass. All right.
You have my permission.
I appreciate that. I think that Thatcher's going to be a staple the whole time. Going Thermite Ace, not worried about the basement hold. So no Hibana here. Hopefully we'll see Dyslexic be able to be a little bit more impactful this time around. Not get picked off so early. Top floor hold as well. And we did see that Vigil switch back to the K1A, so I'm not sure if that was maybe a fluke the first time or just a setup strat of some sort.
Maybe they planned on him being on site, so he thought maybe it was a better option to have. I think he may have a scope with that. I'm not actually 100%. So maybe they were using it for that long haul.
Very possible. I'm hoping that they'll put somebody in stock to help control the windows. We'll have to see if they do that here.
No wall denial.
Ooh, that's an excellent point. No wall denial at all. So that outside hot tub wall is going to be absolutely free. The mirror play as well, I'll be curious where those go.
Ben takes a little damage from that same window that they killed Dyslexic on last time. They're going to get this wall easy.
Yeah,
and then they'll be able to take
here.
that mirror out pretty quickly as well. Aggressive on the peak.
I think they have to hold these stairs here, though. It's crucial to that they have two options on either side of the hallway.
I think we're probably going to see a run out at some point on this strip side. Let's try to keep an eye on that.
EDAC trapped in the corner here.
He gets the
Great
kill on the
pick from EDAC.
on the ace.
Yes, and did he save the window? I think he lost it.
Yeah, he lost the mirror. He did get that off before he got picked off.
But you know what? That's a good trade. 4v5. Defense in commanding position at the moment. Voisin's still lurking over on stock, which I like. I wonder if we'll see an office push or drop. Doesn't look like anybody's in. Oh, we got Rook fighting up onto the balcony.
Got 2 on the roof.
But crucially, there's nobody on
Yep, here it
B right
comes.
now.
Here comes out the... He's getting ready for it.
Ooh, but
I
with
don't...
Amira, it's an interesting choice.
Traxxer gets Ben. Oh, and
Ooh,
he
the
misses the
opportunity,
opportunity.
but the recoil
I
was just
think Wands
stronger.
was watching for it. Maybe not. He never
I think
saw
he was
him.
looking the other way. I think he was looking the other way. I'd love to see some drone work for them to realize how few are on site right now.
And C4 misses. Poison with
Jackster going for the
another
plant
kill.
behind Waits. Ballsy Poison. Looks like they're just playing peekaboo through the wall here. Jackster putting the plant. Nope.
Picks up the
Great kill
kill.
out of Jackster.
Double kill out of
Poison's
Chax.
still up. Does he know it? Oh, I think he's got an inkling. Jeff pushing the backside, potentially at
20
the perfect
seconds.
time.
Yep,
Yep.
he gets the poison. Edak's the last one left on stairs.
This is a tall order. He's gonna have to push and fight the window.
He gets the
Oh, he gets
call.
wall bangs. Yep.
Wands with the final kill.
Nothing.
Just
Nothing
the wrong
Edak can do
person once
there.
again, soldier, savior. Wrong one again.
It's the death finger. It happens. Really well executed right there on the attack. That was just excellently done. Getting in, pushing people off of site. I can't help but think that maybe the Mira push on the flank was a bit of a misstep. Just it took too long for a 3 armor operator to get there, and then to unfortunately not be able to capitalize on it either. It just really hurt their chances.
Yeah, so something to note here. Only 3 people on both teams with kills.
Correct.
So that's interesting. Uh,
And then I also really like the assist split on the Fat Weens as well. You
yep, the
can see
2
that
with no
here.
kills have 5
Yeah.
total assists there.
Everybody's putting bullets down is what that tells me, which is obviously the name of the game.
Throwing lead.
Capcan coming out for the EDAC here. Excited for that. And then the smoke for Hero. This is a pretty good site for it too. If you kind of look at that outer balcony wall as a given, it's just a time sink, but it's going to be open. The smoke is a great addition to that, giving you another 30 seconds of blocking.
Yeah, and something else, I'm not sure if you caught the match, but Hirosha likes to actually roam with that smoke. He doesn't anchor with him, so that's interesting.
Unconventional, but definitely workable.
Full garage reinforce.
I wonder if they're going to.
Once again, no wall denial. And I don't know if
That is
you
such an
noticed,
interesting
but
thing.
the last round they didn't have wall denial is their first round to lose. So
And you gotta wonder if that's just something they're not thinking about, or is that like an everybody picks and they think somebody else has it? That is a very curious choice.
and Hirosha gets a pick
Oh,
right
man.
off of that.
Trivsy
Breached
already
wall.
down. Great pick. Chaxer with considerable damage as well. So firing back through that wall right after it's opened. The ace is down, but that's not a huge loss now that that wall is open. Does limit some options, but is not going to be a make or break by any means. Dyslexic. I like this stock hold. It's ballsy,
This is
but it.
a crucial run out moment if they were to choose to do so.
I think the downside is going to be that he's got to hit it twice, I believe.
Well, once
But
in a
if they
vault.
peek you, then you're good.
Yep.
Great shot there, like lemmings off a tree.
And he's still staying there, and no... Okay, Jeff is watching now. But that's 2 off the board. Wands is actually coming up on Ben here.
Yeah, Ben's gonna have a really crucial hold. They're about to put double pressure pushing into this construction side, and if he can hold it, or if he can get the call out and get assistance, I think that's gonna put the nail in the coffin on this
Might
round
be
here.
Ben's death here. If Rabo will keep that pressure on that window. Oh, now he knows. Ben gets
Oh,
aggressive and runs
crouched
right
into it.
into it.
Wands with a great pick. Some wallbang attempts. Voisin killing Rybo out on the balcony. Peeking. Oh no.
Jeff's gonna be in
Interesting.
some
So
trouble
Rybo
here.
jumped in. Yeah, two people totally split.
Yep.
Dyslexic picking up another on Jeff.
Now they know where the last
He
one is.
he put toll in that stockroom. Wands with a pretty well impossible task. 30 seconds, needs 4 kills, pushing all through one site without the bomb.
Oh, he
Oh,
gets the call out.
good read
Downs
on the
him.
flank.
They're getting
I'd like to see him
aggressive.
leave it. I'd like to see him leave it. That's time you don't need. 14 seconds, he doesn't have time to rotate. He's only got the ability to push through construction, and I mean, you gotta assume they're pre-aiming this.
Oh, nice try.
EDAC with the great bullet hole there.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see that Dr. Pepper didn't get too aggressive there, because you can lose those situations if you push in one by one.
For sure, it was good to see them take that calm, cool, and collected approach. Say, okay, one left, let's hold this, hold our angles. Even the guy on stairs wasn't pushing. It was a good shot from Wands. They were totally content to just have Wands bottled up there in bedroom.
Poison 7-1, leading the team.
We said he had big shoes to fill, and he's definitely filling them right now.
He definitely is. Juan's
Mythic
coming in
who?
with 6, Jeff Cat with 5, leading the other side of the spectrum.
Agreed. Truvzy on that Capitao. I like that choice. He's definitely, I think, maybe gonna have to play a little bit slower, so we can get the value out of that. But I think it's a really good pick for him, something he's played before, and something he's familiar with.
And you gotta feel like the Weens should have been expecting the aggressive play out there on that balcony. Watching Dr. Peppa play this map previously, I mean, Bros in Pajamas just got ate up by it, and Grosha picked up 3 or 4 kills off of just the stock doorway alone. So you gotta wonder why they didn't prepare for that a little bit.
hmm
But you know, everybody
Yeah,
prepares differently.
I agree, and I think it comes back to something that we saw exhibited well, 2 weeks ago now, in Fat Ween's last game, where they have this tendency that they love to take gunfights as opposed to necessarily like objective control, right? If you can hold an angle and you can lock out half of the site, sometimes that is much more valuable than, a 50-50 on killing someone or a 60-40, what have you. But time and time again, you'll see the Fat Weens go for the kill, go for the glory, as opposed to maybe the less glamorous, sit and hold an angle.
Yeah. And there goes that smoke roam coming upstairs.
It's different, but nobody will see it's coming. I think it's also notable that he runs the FMG9 as opposed to the shotgun. Definitely, catering to his roaming potential there. Um, and hey, if you can make it work, you can make it work.
I think they seen him on a drone there. I think they found him. They know that he's kind of roaming about a little bit. That is the only roam as of right now, not including Ben playing over in the bottom of the garage, an oil pit.
Yeah, definitely time to get that kitchen hatch open. Taking a decent chunk of time here, and I'm not sure why.
Well, they got the Kaid on there. Seems like they're having trouble thatching it. Um,
Yeah, but you know what? Good improvisation there with the
and
thermite trick on the soft wall.
they thatched dirt, but they're not gonna get to capitalize on that because nobody's there to actually blow it. Dyslexic Bear coming down cash stairs here. He knows someone. He heard the hatch open.
And I'd love to see him sit right there and just stop any rotation over to the bar side. Of course, he gets droned out, and so the dream is dead. However, just knowing that his presence is there is going to be a huge deterrent to anybody trying to move freely from stock over to bar.
Did
I
Jeff
do
get that
hope
call out?
Looks like they're going to be pushing more Moto and on church side, which is exactly what we hoped we would see the last time. You can kind of ignore the tunnel hold.
And that's the
Wands with
smoke
a
gone.
pick. Yep, on the smoke,
It gets the call that someone's playing behind the shield.
which is no surprises here.
That
Looks
alibi
like
is
they've
back
moved
in
to.
sight now,
Ooh,
and
Chaxter
he
just
drops
dropping into
right
instant
into it.
death. But a great pick back up from Jeff. Wands is going to slow push with that shield and get dropped.
Jeff with the
Traded
double.
back by Jeff again. Oh, caught from
Voisin
behind the
gets,
stairs.
and
And
Voisin with another
Poison!
2 kills.
Poison coming in clutch. Just really well played by him, using the abundance of cover, hitting his headshots. It was unfortunate for Wands there, who went down to the Blackbeard. He went up against the MP5, probably one of the few guns that's going to just rip right through that shield and get headshot anyway.
Well, the Weens need to take this round and get some momentum into the defending side of things. I feel like they've definitely had their chances um, on the last few rounds.
Even that last attack was starting to come together. They had a good idea. I think they executed a little bit too slow. They definitely needed a drone in, and then maybe 5-6 seconds after that drone sweeps through dining, they need to be dropping. And I think they had probably more of a 30 or 40, which just let the first person down ate a face full of bullets.
Yeah.
Worth
All
noting the
right.
Warden play coming out here. Interesting pick. I'm not totally sure what it's counter picking, or, hey, maybe it's for the memes. But, you know what? Looking at it, they picked the Warden right into a glass. That it doesn't get much better than that. That's about as good a scenario as you can get.
What an interesting play out.
The odds of that happening on either side. You would give the slight edge to the glass, because I believe Warden's ability only works when he's not moving. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it's the same for both, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Glaz can still kind of see when he's moving, but he's more effective if he's stationary.
Correct. So we might have some smoky plays here, which could be interesting. I like Voisin sitting down over here in strip. They're not going to make the same mistake they did last time of sending the slowest character for this flank, and they're also going to deny any lower control on an easy push. I think this is a great play.
Does he have wall hacks?
You wonder almost. I wonder if he's listening. I don't think he knows.
They're gonna have to be very cautious of.
Lots of early pressure coming out on this B side. Already the
Ben is
window opened up.
down. Was that a grenade from? Yeah.
Must have been a grenade, yep, from Sledge.
And he
he's going to be
confirms
finished
it with the
off.
second one. Got the wall already. You gotta watch out for this strip run out. Oh, nope.
Oh, Voisin's
Well.
pulling. Oh, no, he's coming back. The Warden coming in clutch, getting Trivsy out on the balcony. Oh, I like this bullet hole play.
Not quite enough to see.
Glaz wins the smoke wars. Taking that Warden off the table. Looks like that was a long angle over towards stock that he got him. B is totally undefended. Oh,
Edak
my.
gets the kill off of the Ash, pushing in. Oh, and he gets him through the smoke.
Edak with that high fire rate just tearing people apart.
They know he's
Ribo,
in the bathroom.
he needs help from this.
Edak
He
with a
doesn't need
triple.
help. Never mind. Well, he can't move. Jeff knows exactly where he is. No grenades available. Oh, Edak just going off that round. 4K? Yes, yep. Absolutely dominant fashion that round. Just juking the headshots there.
All right.
And I think every single person knew where he was. He just outshot everyone there.
That rate of fire was just too much to handle.
Indeed. Well, Battle of the Titans here. Wands with 8 kills, Edak with 8 kills, Voisin with 9, and Jeff with 7. Um,
That mirror kill through the smoke was just unfortunate for the
I don't
Weens.
know if that was a pre-fire, if
On the
Glass,
glass of all people.
maybe he wasn't ready. I'm not sure, but the man was pre-aimed and ready, and he executed well. Zero coming out, which will be interesting. I don't think we've seen him very much at all so far.
Plates going down out of wands.
Always a good choice. T-shirts are nice. People like them.
Let's see if they're able to hold this site. Now, if the
It's worth
Weens are
noting.
able to, if they lose a round, the best they can do is battle for a tie.
hmm
So they need to win out here on defense.
Back against the wall. They did bring wall denial, which is a
Something we
good
didn't
thing.
see much of
But you know what?
out
They
of
didn't
Dr.
need it.
Peppa.
They didn't need
No,
it.
they just fragged out. And
Looks like
it
they're
really
going to meet the
hurt
wall.
not having that Habana ace for that
The
Mira
second wall
play.
into bathroom.
Yeah,
Correct. Limited
that's
their options and really let him kind of run around and dictate the fights as opposed to trapping him.
that's how they won that round previously. And
It's worth noting here that this is a top floor cash hold, and the only hard breach available on Dr. Peppa's side is the Habana. So potential to mess up the,
it could be rough.
that's true. That'd be an
Thatch
option.
coming out.
Habana
They're gonna
pellets
get the
going
wall open.
down.
Kaid's not. Kaid wasn't ready for it.
Looks like
They didn't reinforce this wall either. The first wall.
oh,
So, ooh, Ben killing.
Benjamin with the first pick here onto Wands. That's the Rook and an ACOG off the board. Trivsy firing back to kill Hero here. But the damage is unfortunately done already from that Habana. And it looks like there's only one enterable hole there, and it is going to be vaultable. So something to think about.
Could be the reason for this rotate here.
Edak and Voisin so close, yet so far. Just interesting, both of them playing the same angle.
All of
Are they
Dr.
trying
Pepper is
down below? I do think it's interesting that you're not seeing any stock hold out of the Phat Weens after it was used so effectively against them. With the door already being open and Benjamin on that rappel there, he's just a sitting duck. But there's really no downstairs control at all.
Jackster Mike can get some here.
You
Oh,
playing
and
the
I
stairs with that shotgun, perfectly played.
just missed it.
And they do know he's sitting there.
If he just plays this right, he can pretty much hold the round.
I'd love to see him push up and aggressively hold that corner edge with the shotgun.
Edak pushing through.
They're in
Could
sight
be.
now. Jeff pinned down.
Stay down, sir. Stay down.
Oh, with a
Nice
good
shot.
pick. You don't need to peek. Oh,
Uh-huh.
unfortunate. Would have liked for him to sit there and wait for the plant noises. The long flank coming out of Shaxter. Shotgun's going to be an interesting choice here. Oh, if he can play patient. If he can play patient and find the plant. Oh, the weapon swap! Plant's going down. He doesn't know where it is. And there
And
it
he
is.
gets it!
Well played on Shaxter there. Out of
The late
rags,
rotate.
riches.
Nice
Just
round out
consumedly
of
done.
Jackster there. He's trying to mimic what Voisin did in the first half, being the friends battling it out.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to one up him, and that's the first step.
Answering the call there, rising to the occasion. We'll have to see if he can continue on.
2 with 8, 2 with 9. They're battling. I hope we see this go I hate to say it, but I love seeing 12 rounds. I I do.
You know,
I love the good matches.
I think the Fat Weens are feeling up for it. They got to be feeling good coming off of that round there. Very clutch and pretty well executed on them. That entire way. I don't think they had any major flaws in approach there.
You know they won the round anyways, but I think if Jeff just stays down there, they definitely like they win it even
No,
easier.
yeah, no, I think you're right. I think his first pick was great, and then he has to maybe try and sit and passively hold an angle.
They are
Easier
getting the
said
dirt.
than done.
They do have a Mira on this hold as well. Looks like one watching blue.
I think coming in on the offensive side as well, an interesting choice.
Both watching blue, it seems. Both Miras.
Which is
Okay.
interesting because I feel historically we have not seen that much of an emphasis put on them, but it does block off a good portion of the map. And the only other, I think, potential option is to put it on the back of church wall facing main stairs.
All right, and they are opening garage door immediately. Ben might just push in here. There's no resistance.
Did Wands get a turret upstairs and kitchen?
Um, I'm not seeing one.
Don't see it. I wish I knew where
Rosha
they
runs
were.
into a Capcan trap.
He's only got one of those left he can touch. Getting the
Hatch
Irish
is
greeting.
electrified. Dyslexic is already moving downstairs. He's moving quickly.
Yeah,
There's a
the,
vigil
the man is
close.
rocking the G36C, so great recoil, good fire rate. I like that choice. And I really do
Oh
kind of
my
appreciate
goodness.
this aggressive play, and I'd like to not see him shoot here. I'd like to see him creep into Moto and really attack from an unseen perspective. Oh,
Capcan getting called out, so they know he's down there now.
yep. Oh gosh. Missing by millimeters here, the head. Definitely some chip damage down. He's going to take about half of Chaxter's health there. They got two. They're going to have three people stacked here in main in a second. I do feel that's going to be to their detriment. They see the Mira holding out in church. No Finka charges coming through yet, but it looks like we're about to get a frag out of
Oh,
Niana. Benjamin with
Bravo
the
gets the
aggressive
kill on Ben.
push.
Almost had it.
Close. I mean, it was a great play. Nobody was looking that way. Just unfortunate timing there.
We got
Three
three
stacked
on the
up.
main stairs here.
Mm.
One playing
And then,
above in the hatch.
so the issue here I think we're going to run
He's
into
gonna
is that
out.
all of the hard breach was used to open the hatches, which means that they don't have to worry about any other walls. They don't have to worry about tunnel or anything else. And hatches, unfortunately, are always a drop down, which puts you at a huge disadvantage. This is going to be a pretty one-dimensional attack coming in from Dr. Peppa. Lots of gunfire going down, lots of wallbang attempts. Great use out of that turret by Juan sitting in Moto. And it's just taking a toll.
This is just a dogfight.
Dogfight. I believe there is a turret in Moto and the diffuser is down. So you gotta think that they're on the ropes now. EDAC with one
He's
bullet
just
left of
saving.
health. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, he would have killed himself.
Throws the grenade as a final sayonara. And that was a great hold out of the Fat Weens. And you gotta wonder if that's, just a little bit of a lack of imagination out of Dr. Peppa.
They got down the stairs quick and then never made a move.
I
Um,
agree. I think if you're gonna rush, you need to actually commit to it.
and not too much changed. Little more evening out that round from the other players.
Which I think is crucial. Feels like the kills are starting to swing back the Fat Ween way. The knock. That's an interesting pick.
We'll see. Um, he played aggressive last round on the Iana, but
Mhm.
half-ass he half-assed the aggressiveness. So
Agreed.
if you're gonna do it, you know,
You gotta go big or go home. You gotta either get all the way in or you gotta, bring some other utility. I'll be curious to see what happens with that knock. On the defensive side, we do have the castle coming out. You gotta assume that's gonna be for the windows, which it is. The upside of that being that, with the exception of the Zofia, they don't have a super good way of destroying those without losing some valuable um,
a lot of melee hits.
utility. Yeah. Announcing your presence, so to speak. I'd love to see a good stock hold, and I'd actually really like to see a stock push out of Dr. Peppa. This has been a pretty linear attack on bedroom every time so far. Just the mute for denial, which will be taken care of easily by the Thatcher.
Oh, Trissy was wanting to put that mirror there, but that's the wrong side there, but
Yeah, gonna hurt him. Definitely gonna hurt him.
I don't know what he's gonna do with the second one. He may just hold on to it. A lot of ambient noise here right now. I don't know if you hear that.
It's the air conditioners going, and we're glad that they work.
And Wands gets an early kill on that aggressive play.
Yeah, loses half his health, but totally worth it to
There
take
is
that
another
knock
one
off
there.
the
Ben
board.
missed an opportunity on that kill. Broshot's gone as well. That was
Iana.
two quick ones. Ben ends up getting Rybo. I keep missing everything.
It's tough right now. Did Tripsy open that window so at least it's open both ways?
Um.
Oh no, it got down correctly.
Okay, so he put his second one on the outer wall. I see now. He
Interesting.
he was originally putting it in the closet of
Nope, you're totally
Torch
correct.
Master, but
All right, well, good. So that's going to be a pretty solid hold. That's going to be very difficult um, for the attack to push through.
still got Ben backside here.
And I really like how Wands is playing this all the way back in office. He feels confident and safe that that hatch isn't getting opened above them, and it's not the first thing you check when somebody walks through.
If he holds this angle, I think this is an easy kill.
Smart positional play on his part there. Jackster just holding down the A door to construction just in case he gets past Wands here, and Wands getting just a little impatient, pushing out, getting the call out about the smoke.
Ben making us play, trying to make him think he jumped out the window, maybe?
It's possible. Wands is clearly not fooled.
Shaxter, the plant is going down. Oh, and they fake
Oh,
the plant.
Jim control coming in clutch here. Oh, I think Wands needed to hold back a second there. Jeff sprinting back to site's gonna run straight into Benjamin, who just lays in wait. How'd they get into Jim there? Did they run straight in under the cover of the smoke? I think they did.
It looks like they just rushed it. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, fortune favors the bold. Dr. Peppa pushing to that six round win streak here, and really truly putting the Phat Weens against the wall.
And we have 3 in double digits. Jeff, Cat, Edak, and Voisin. 2 on the edge of it. Phat Weens are gonna definitely need to hope that they get a couple of people in that into that double-digit kill range so they can prolong this match and try and fight for that 1 point.
Yeah, no, 100% I agree.
As of right now, Dr. Pepper has secured at least 1 point. They're 1 round away from getting 3, putting them in 3rd place. Currently 3rd
Back
already.
to cash. Back to cash. More wall denial coming out here. We got the bandit and the mute, which I like. Not giving that stuff up for free. Hopefully, this is going to be some bandit tricking here too to kind of stymie the offense quite a bit. The buck choice is interesting. I wonder if that's going to be going through the backside over by master bedroom.
Possibly. Could be also to stop this denial from underneath.
Definitely an option as well. And we
But
do
with the
see the
Thatcher,
return of
you
not.
know, depending on how you play it, you may not need it.
For sure. I wonder if the knock is going to go for a straight stairs push there. We'll have to watch and see. Got picked off early the last time, so we weren't able to see the full impact. Looks like going straight to the roof.
Got the cat over in a strip. Looks like a little bit of a smarter play out of the dyslexic this time. Not necessarily a rush.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if this is going to be a late attempt at a flank. If he's going to,
Oh no. He's going for the Intero.
and he pulls it off.
Oh, he
But
isn't able to
loses out with the
capitalize.
fire right there. Benjamin answering back. Was that a run out?
That was through the garage wall.
Oh, with the wall hacks. Well played. 3v4 here. The Cav off the table, as well as the Zofia and the Buck. Did the wall get opened?
No, sir,
No.
it did not.
It's going to be an almost insurmountable barrier at this point now for them, other than a good Thatcher time.
Oh
Knock getting
no.
the pick through the wall on Trivzy. That's no longer a bandit in play. Can he get one of the batteries from that wall? Doesn't even need to. Edac killing it. They're going to get the wall open. They've got a good crossfire now, and I'd really like to see
Rybo, yeah.
Edac
Yeah, Rybo
push around.
gets a kill from garage over to the breach, and that's diffuser down there as well.
Two people playing below, Shaxter and Jeff up top.
Looks like they're both kind of in situations here.
I want to see Jeff play somewhat passively here. They know defuse is down. He just needs to make sure that he doesn't get killed through this door.
Oh no.
Edac takes Shaxter, and Jeff is about to be pinched. This is going to be a tough situation.
That's a good kill.
That's a huge kill. He takes
Careful.
the 1v1, pulls it off. Does he know where the defuse is? 26 seconds left. They're going to have to push from that balcony. They don't have time to go up and come back down. I'd love to see him push out onto garage balcony, but I don't think he knows the defuse is out there.
This is tense.
Playing smart, listening for footsteps. Edac creeping in behind, going for the kill, and Jeff is ready.
Kill from Jeff.
The Phat Weens stay alive. Great sound whoring here.
Can we get Jeff in the chat, everyone? Oh man, great clutch by Jeff.
1v2 out of him.
And you got to think he was sound whoring the hell out of that.
Oh, for sure. The man was part of the headphones at that point. It was pressed so tight to his head, I'm sure.
So that puts Jeff at 12, Wands at 10. Couple others picking up a few kills. Now Dr. Pepper with 3 in the double digits.
They're definitely showing signs of light. They're not just going down easy.
They are fighting for this tie.
They want it.
I believe a point will... So they need this point to secure their 4th place spot. If they lose this round or the next round and they're not able to secure it, they're going to be in a tie with Bros in Pajamas now, who also with their win tonight, they got up to 4 points, and it's getting mixed up. You know, we're getting into the second half of the season after Sunday night, and it's starting to get interesting.
It's getting Nancy. Looks like it's going to be a basement hold again. Same lineup, I believe, out of the defense.
They have those same mirrors in place. Capcan
Same mirrors,
traps,
and
dirt
importantly,
reinforced.
same turrets, I believe, as well. That turret in Moto did insane damage last time on the push. I'll be curious, because note, once again, the only hard breach that's being brought is that Hibana, so you gotta assume they're only doing hatches again.
You know, that's not necessarily a terrible thing, but they are opening dirt, so that's one set gone. And if that's not low enough, they may not be able to get through either. But it looks pretty low. It looks like they
I
should be
I
able
think
to.
he did it right. I would assume that the hatch they're going to omit is going to be stock. They'll probably get bar and moto, and leave stock if I had to guess.
They already got that open. Ribo gets a quick kill on the aggressive dyslexic bear again. That's your sledge off the board.
Which is also going to be clutch. No vertical destruction available to them, and that's 2 frags as well that they don't have to contend with on the defensive side. And that's also diminished capacity for them to deal with those turrets.
Looks like they're trying to think about how to get this
They,
kitchen
they, they might
hatch.
have to make an audible here and go for stock, if that's being tricked.
Rorschach
Minute
drawing
30
down the
left
church.
in the round.
Scrambling a little bit here. Looks like they're still trying to figure out what they want to do.
Yeah, here comes the audible. The Habana is moving over to stock. I'm sure they're going to open this hatch up and then maybe try a blue push. Unfortunately for them, that's going to be straight into both of those cameras. Or not cameras,
The mirrors,
the
yeah.
mirrors. It's going to be a very tough push, and Fat Weens have put themselves in a really good position to kind of ward off what's going to happen here. I'd love to see someone creep back over to dirt and start to push through it. Otherwise, that was kind of a wasted charge from them.
And they have eyes on them in blue as well with the second evil eye.
You gotta watch the clock here, though. 45 seconds, and it does not look
They
like they
may
have a
just make a
unified
drop.
attempt at a push. That was disastrous for him last time. We'll see what happens here. One pushing main stairs, the other hovering over Moto.
Ben gets a kill. He drops hatch
Onto
and gets it.
Trizzy, which is huge.
Oh,
Entrance
big.
into sight, takes the Capcan damage. Horosha kills Shaxter. 2 in Moto now, trying to push into Dining.
Oh no,
They
they
have
have
dining
church.
control, and it's falling apart for the Fat Weens. Jeff Cat left all alone in a 1v3. Bomb going down. 1v2. And
Can
this
he
is a
get the
tough
retake?
situation to be in. He's got one inside, and is the other holding main hall, or are they both together?
They're both there in sight. Yeah. Oh, and they.
Oh, siege timing.
Oh, if he just holds the angle.
I like the pre-fire, and I like the rotate over to blue. Running out of time, though, he really needs to make a move. And it does look like this is going to be the final nail in the coffin. Too many angles, not enough time. Great
Ah,
attempt. Fat Weens falling apart at the end there. Great
yeah.
start, but
They
Dr.
had him
Peppa
locked
just
down.
dominant.
They had him locked down there, and Poison was just too much there at the end.
Agreed. Voisin definitely showing up for his team there, but a great performance pretty much across Dr. Peppa. 3 in double digits there, um, and notably quite a few assists as well. Love seeing 5 and 5 and 3 on those. You may not have 12 kills, but you've definitely put bullets on people.
Right. Let me check with the old squad here and see what they want to do. Um, just a moment. Where is. There we go. All right. Waiting to hear back.
Who's it gonna be?
Yeah, we're gonna bring Ben in.
Solid choice.
Hey Ben, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. Happy about that match.
Yeah,
Congrats
you
on
should
the
be.
win.
Thank you.
You had some big kills there. Um,
Yeah,
Coming in, especially there in that last round where, y'all look like y'all were kind of scrambling, figuring out what you wanted to do on that push, and then, um, y'all finally just decided, well, let's just drop and go, and it
yeah.
worked
I
out.
uh, I had fallen in accidentally in the hatch a couple rounds before, and I was like, "Well, we've been making noise other places. Let me just try that again. See if I get lucky."
So was the original intention to open all three hatches and then do a drop plus main stair push, or was that an on the call, on the fly audible?
No, our intention was to get some hatches. The one we wanted, we couldn't get. I was trying to get the Cade, but didn't work out. And then we found one that wasn't electrified. Went down that one.
Well, great adaption there. Definitely clutched it up on that site.
Yeah. And we
Is
sorry.
were y'all hoping to go back to this map?
Um, it's one of our good ones. We like Clubhouse and Oregon. We just probably didn't want to go to Chalet because we believe that the Fat Weens had some strats on there, and yeah, we like those two maps a lot.
Well, you played them well for sure. It was a
Thank you.
well
I was really
played out match.
proud of my team.
Yeah, and some sub coming in playing lights out for
Oh
y'all
yeah,
as well.
right. Okay, in voice chat, I was like, "Damn, he's got 9 kills. They're probably gonna complain about this." And then Jackster comes in. He's like, "Damn, look at the."
Well,
Yeah.
hey, it's Jaxter's fault. He spread the word, and
True, true, true. That's his buddy. It's his fault.
But
exactly.
yeah. So GG. That secures y'all another 3 points moving into the second half of the season. So
Yeah,
uh, keeps
Full
y'all
speed ahead.
up
I'm
top of the
excited.
leaderboard a little bit there.
Yeah,
But everyone, GG's. Great night. Had 2 good games tonight. A little bit of a battle there at the end. We will be back Sunday night around 8 p.m. Central, I believe, is when the match is. Um, so we're gonna sign off now, and we will see y'all then.